sometimes it's kind of fun being honest with yourself. So I got a letter in the mail, and it was from the VA, Veterans Affairs, and they said that they updated their privacy policy. So I was interested. I was like, what's going on? Why do we need an update on that? It turns out that they send that out because they want to, they're required to every 3 years to send the veterans an update that they have rights about their privacy. And when I called them, the number on the letter, I like to pretend that I'm just like curious and, you know, it's fun for me, or, you know, I'm so curious. I want to be an interesting person, that kind of stuff. But no, it's because I have anxiety and I want to know if they change anything. And then I want to know, what do I do about it if they did change something and I want something different. And then I want to know how to do it. My housemate just came home, so I was trying to avoid being myself in front of another person. You know, it can be risky. So yeah, the lies that we tell ourselves, and sometimes I think that we don't really know which one is right. Well, I guess I'll speak for myself. Sometimes I don't really know which one is really me, because I will get scared or be fearful, and I will genuinely be that way, but then I'll be like, but maybe I'm just like trying to hurt them, or maybe this or that. And so I just go into oblivion, wondering, oh no, I might have a bad intention. And often, I mean, sure, I have bad intentions all the time, but it's even worse where I can't choose one. I like back and forth of like, am I doing it for the right purpose? Am I lying to myself? You know, just like being so cautious that's when I actually end up hurting people or myself. Of like, and I say that very loosely, of like, you know, not making the best decisions, or not even close to the right logic, getting to maybe what the best thing would be. And oftentimes is the exact opposite. And I do this all the time. Even in like multiple choice questions or true and false, I'll look at the question, so like, is it a trick question? Do they, like, are they asking it because of this? Or are they, I'll just do that for everything. Now I'm realizing. So it's kind of fun now being aware of that. But more on a serious note, like, there's so much harm I do by pure lack of self-awareness or negligence. And it's like experiencing that and thinking about that in a micro situation, which is like from my perspective, versus like a larger perspective. We go out and like blow it up and say, how do we deal with these issues where it's not people who are intentionally doing something? We don't want to punish them, but they're also not, we got to put something in place because they're not aware of what they're doing. And so that's when I look at myself and other people and I'm like, man, they're gonna get this thing. Like, I really want to believe that they're gonna get it. It's just like, what is it gonna take? And so the thing that it takes is acknowledging that it's trial and error. And that, yeah, we have our circumstances, but it's just a healthy balance of, I think the answer is like relaxing a little bit, which is so funny, because I'm like, how do I do that? I think it took me 3 to 4 years to learn what that even meant. Or like, I was trying to understand why relaxing would work as a concept in my life. But that's what it took. I mean, if I have so many instances early on in my life where anytime I didn't give a ton of effort, it went really, really wrong, then I'm gonna, like, why would I not pay too much attention and be a try hard? Like, it would seem like a bad idea, and that if I don't try hard, then I'm gonna hurt people. So now I got to this point in my life where that's not what I need to be doing anymore. I'm in a different environment, things are different, and then I'm in this mindset where I feel bad. It really feels bad to do the thing that I'm supposed to be doing. And it's like all these patterns that we have. So we'll have a story where we had feelings about something. We don't like the feelings, so we redo that story in our lives over and over and over and over until we see this pattern and do something different. So that's fun. I mean, that reminds me of the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think that's a really fun movie. I think that's gonna beat it for me and be my top movie instead of Sound of Music. I just know that I can't say that my favorite movie is Fight Club anymore to get brownie points with people who I don't respect. But anyways, the thing that helps me the most and why I ask so many questions sometimes is that I have to get the concept behind what we're supposed to be doing. So like now I'm like, oh, I just do what I want and see, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, and see what happens. I don't have to try to do the right thing, because that doesn't really exist. And that's kind of what I got when I rewatched Everywhere at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yes, that one. I had a dream after the first time I watched it way back like a few years ago, and it was a dream where like I understood the concept of to get this one possible outcome, we have to exhaust all of the other outcomes. And so what I was doing after the point which I'm not supposed to be a tryhard is I was trying to exhaust all of the others by thinking about them instead of just living and seeing what happens. So now that's my concept behind what control is. So maybe I'll stop doing things that are not helpful as often.